Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review about the Gingerbread palette from Too Faced. I know I'm probably going to be the last one to review this, but anywho, I still want to share my insights for you guys, and I do have a look right over here that I also wanted to show to you guys and give you guys my overall thoughts. So, to start off, I got mine at Ulta. It is $49, and yes, I did use my coupon, which Ulta, gave us from, I think that was like last month or something like that. It's the 20% off coupon, so this is one of my hauls from that. So the packaging looks like this is actually the box packaging, and as the usual, you will be having all of the shades in the back, which is pretty awesome. One of the reasons why I love Too Faced is that when you buy like a prestige item, I wanted it to feel and look like a prestige item. Something a little bit luxurious, and you definitely get what you pay for, because to me, packaging does count when you buy something prestige. I want it to be like, it looks expensive. I don't know if I make any sense, but I hope I do. Anywho, most of the Too Faced palettes, even if the tiny ones, they do give you a little pamphlet, which also provides a makeup look. To me, this is very helpful, especially if you're, there are those days that are like undecisive and you don't even know what kind of makeup look that you're going to come up with, or if you are a beginner, I really do think that this is very helpful. And usually, recently, all of the looks that they came up with a pamphlet are really, really good. So, I like that. It's very well thought of. And then, let's move on to the actual packaging. So let me just adjust my seat. Do not mind that. Okay. Woo, focus. So the actual packaging is made out of more of like a tin can. I really love it. It has a little bit of weight into it, which I love. A lot of people would not really care about the packaging, but I do care about the packaging. And just in case you guys do not know, this actually smells like legitimate gingerbread. So I already peeled off the plastic that was covering the mirror, but look at the details in the mirror. Look at that. It's so freaking gorgeous. And of course, I love the colors as well. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some swatches, and then I will show you guys how I created this look right over here. I'm going to start with the first row. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. So that is powdered sugar. It is a creamy white matte finish. It's not like white, but it's more like a cream. And then you have spiked eggnog. And then you have gumdrop. Gumdrop is matte, and gingerbread is matte as well. So spiked eggnog, it's more of like satin finish. It gives you like a metallic finish. And moving on to the last two shades in the first row, you got warm, toasty, and ooh, burn. So warm toasty is a really nice gold, and this one is more of like a beautiful plum color. So let's go ahead and move on to the second row. Frostbite. Looky at my cookie. It's also more of like a peachy matte. Spice is nice. Oh snap. It is a brown shade, but it has a little bit of gold shimmer into it. You got Bake It Till You Make It and Spice of Your Life. So far so good. They all swatched beautifully. This is something that you can't deny. And I don't have any base in the back of my hand, just like my other reviews. Let's move on to the last row. Let's start with Sugar Daddy. This is a matte, more of like a light pink, light baby pink shade. You have Fidgy Pudding. Fidgy Pudding, yeah. It's like a matte plum shade. And you have Hot Toddy. This is like my favorite because it's more of like a monochrome pink plum kind of a thing going on there. It's just so beautiful. I didn't even know how to explain it actually. And then you have Reindeer Paws. Is it just me that I feel like the only color that is missing in this palette is actually the black shade? But so far so good. I am loving each and every shade. Gingerbread Latte and Spiced Rum is the last two shades in the last row. So Gingerbread doesn't really show that much, probably because it's super close to my skin tone, but there you guys have it. Really nice shades. I am completely satisfied. I actually used this palette the other day and I've put the Spice of My Life in my lid and it turned out so good looking. Well, it turned out the way I thought it would be, okay?
So I'm going to start off by doing my brows. The product that I will be using is the ABH Brow Powder Duo. I'm just using the gray part of it. I'm not going to use the black, and I'm just going to slowly, you know, carve my brows first, and then after that I'm going to fill them in. Nothing really special. It's same shit, different day. So after doing my brows, I will be using a concealer and carve the edges. It's going to make it more defined, more clean, and it will definitely take away all of the mistakes that I've done with my brows. So using this cream shade, I will apply that as my wash color. And then after that, I'm going to grab this cute baby pink shade, which is also matte, and apply that on my crease. And just like my other makeup looks, what we're going to do is that we are going to slowly intensify the eye makeup look. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this super cute hot pink color, which is also matte, and apply that on the sides of my eyes. More of like my outer V, and apply a little bit as well on the inner corner. And then, of course, I will be using Hot Toddy, and I'm going to put that on the center of my lid. And then the leftover shade, I will be putting that on my lower, you know, near my lower waterline, which I will be doing later. So I'm going to set the brush aside, and then we'll be using that later. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just touching up the sides of my eye with a tinier brush and a little more darker color. This is going to create that really nice depth, more of like it gives it a little dimension. So instead of the usual brown, I will be using a darker shade that's called Ooh Burn, and apply that on the sides of my eyes again. So I'm still in the process of building up color, and you're probably wondering like, why are you using so many shades? Because I want to try them all, girl. And then after that, I'm going to proceed with Warm and Toasty. Beautiful gold color. And apply that on top of the lid shade that we just applied. So sorry if I'm all over the place. I must be tired. So for my face, I will be using the Pond's BB Cream in beige. And just slowly massage that all over my entire face. So I'm not using any foundation anymore. This is definitely one of my go-tos recently. I feel like I've been using it almost every day. And then I will be using Erase Paste under my eyes. I don't really like putting a lot of like stuff when it comes to my face, but for the eyes, I go all out. And to set everything, I will be using my Rimmel London Match Perfection Loose Powder. I'm just buffing that out. So sometimes I like using a foundation, but most of the time I've been doing a lot of BB creams lately. I mean, Pond's is the only BB cream that I have as of the moment. Now, remember when I talked to you guys a while ago that I will be using the leftover from this brush? It's the one that we use on our lid. It's the Hot Toddy. So I'm just slowly smudging that in to give it a really nice sexy look. And using my Tarteist Pro, I'm going to be sculpting my face just like that. I wish this palette doesn't have the cream in it because it makes it like really dirty, you know? And I also love the highlight in this palette, not to mention. Totally forgot to let you guys know that. I actually love the highlighter in this palette. It gives you that really nice wet look. So it doesn't look shimmery or like too glittery. Your skin just looks wet and fresh. I don't even know if that exists, but yeah. And then for my blush, I will be picking Rocketeur and apply that on the apples of my cheeks. And lastly, for my lips, I will be using the Vice Phenomenal Liquid Lipstick in Camerlou. This brand is actually from the Philippines, so thank you so much for my sister Tata for sending this to me. So it's a good way for me to try some Filipino cosmetics. So this is the final makeup look, guys.
So obviously guys, I ended up liking this palette. If you guys are interested with this, if the color story does interest you, I will definitely give you guys my go signal. This is such a fun collector's item palette, so I really do appreciate Too Faced for making this and not making one of those limited editions that doesn't have quality. I truly believe that this palette specifically for a limited edition, it does have quality, so I really like it. $49, I think that you get what you pay for. So that is pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys on my next video. Also, I do upload every week, so just make sure that you turn your post notifications on, and I will see you next time. Bye.